All right, let's get into a little Tom Brady talk here because it changes every day, right? And the reports in the media are awesome. Oh, the Dolphins, everybody has given up on the team. Everybody wants to get traded. Oh, they're tanking. All these, false reports, right? And reporters, getting suckered into stories like, well, Miami got the cold shoulder gave the cold shoulder to Tua, all this ridiculous stuff. So the stories were, Tom Brady, I think Jeff Darlington was saying, well, I'd be surprised if he comes back, all of that stuff. Well, now the word is that Tom Brady and the Patriots, they are not parting ways yet. They're not ready to say goodbye. They are still, communicating. Tom Curran, who is very well connected in these circles, he explains that no, Brady and the Patriots aren't engaged in a Cold War. The Patriots want Tom Brady to play quarterback for them in 2020, Curran writes. There are financial hoops to jump through. There are personal obstacles to clear. Understandings on both sides need to be reached, but the Patriots want to try and make that happen. So, it's not dead yet. I still think he plays there. I told you I'd be shocked if he doesn't play there, and fine. I've been wrong 1,000 other times. I'll be wrong another 1,000 times in the next week. I still think he plays there when it's all said and done. To me, if
that would be great. We'd be able to finish him off.
Right.
I love that idea that seed you planted a while back. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's be the one.
Yes, I would love to see Miami take him down and watch him lose the throne to the Dolphins in a Patriots uniform. That would be my dream, and I think it's going to happen if he stays because I think the Dolphins are on a rise. I really do. I know it sounds crazy to a lot of you out there after what you've seen from the Dolphins the last 20, 25 years. I just really feel there's a turn coming. I really do. I think we got the right football people in place, and they'll prove it. And time will answer. Again, been wrong 1,000 times in the past. We'll be wrong again, and hopefully I'm not. But I just have a really good feeling finally about the Dolphins and where they're going. But this whole thing here, see, this is what makes sense. It doesn't really make sense for him to leave, even though I do think the Titans are like the perfect spot for him, actually. But you want to finish there because of that history that you have there. And it's not like it hasn't worked out. Belichick figures out a way to put the right talent around you more often than not. I know this year he lacked a lot on offense that they needed, and they didn't have a lot of offensive firepower, and he was frustrated with it. And I think that's what Curran talks about when he says there are personal obstacles to clear. That's probably Brady saying, hey, I need more help here, here, and here, and I'm sure they're going to have some kind of a plan to try to accomplish this. Remember, the owner loves Brady. The owner is the guy that pretty much had Garoppolo out the door and got him forced and traded to San Francisco, which may not have been the right move and the smart move, but it is what it is, and you're in this position now. So if you're the owner and you got rid of Garoppolo just 2 years ago, are you going to then lose your franchise guy 2 years later? That doesn't make a lot of sense for the owner. Now, I told you about this, and I don't know if this is what's happening behind the scenes. Again, I don't have any insight here. I'm just kind of, feeling out the process. But let's just say Belichick lost his power struggle 2 years ago, that he wanted to start to go in the Garoppolo direction, but the owner wasn't ready, and he wanted to keep Brady, and he said, let's just trade Garoppolo, let's stay with Brady. And then maybe that's when Belichick says, all right, but when this happens again, you got to give me my opportunity to do what I think is right. And maybe that's what's going on here too. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the owner would like to bring Brady back, but he's got to defer to Belichick because he overrid Belichick the last time 2 years ago in the Garoppolo move, and maybe this time he's like, well, I got to give Bill his due here. And if he thinks it's time to move on, then it's time to move on, and we've got to, pull a scab off. And like we said, last week, these things never really end pretty most of the time. We'll find out. I don't know where this power struggle is going. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows. And with that video over the weekend with Edelman saying, oh, yeah, he's coming back, and Brady looked at the camera and goes, no. And I don't know if he was FaceTiming with Mike Vrabel or not or whatever. Who knows?
Did you see how many people tried to lip read and do all? It's like, man, come on.
Yeah. I mean, that's the craziness of this whole thing for him.
They need to get that girl from Seinfeld that Kramer was dating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Ty says, I hate all New York teams except Devils and Islanders. Let's see. Gus 1388 says, all trades, mental masturbation. Yes, they are. But, man, people love coming up with these funky trades. Nico says, Tom Brady has become such a media bitch. He used to be so private. Now he can't keep to himself from trolling fans in the media every week. Get over yourself, man. You had your worst statistical season. Josh says, nobody knows where Tom Brady is going to end up, but my prediction will be Patriots. I don't see him end up on another team. I'm with you, Josh. I think he ends up in the Patriots. And I want him to end up in the Patriots. I do. I know our beloved Dolphins aren't ready to challenge for any Super Bowl or even the division right now going into next year. But in another year or two, that's when things start to change. And if he's still around, I would take so much pride in watching the Dolphins bury Belichick and Brady and the Patriots and take over the division. Be awesome. Be fantastic. Richard Casillas says the AFC is better with Brady on the Pats, so we can dethrone the Patriots. There you go, Richard. You're thinking like I am. And Ian from Brooklyn says, yep, stay with the Pats so we can bash your face mask in. I love it. See, a lot of you are thinking like me. I don't want them to just go away and then then there's an excuse of their demise. Well, Brady's left and that's why what? No, man. Stay. I want to see the Dolphins bury your old ass. And it's going to happen.